tell me you guys have no idea there's a new comic book movie being made of the old comic book movie you two are the basis for.
That old-ass star-studded piece of shit, that movie sucked balls.
Sucked asshole, too.
Your Honor,
I object.
I'll allow it. That movie did suck balls and asshole.
We got 3 days to get to Hollywood and stop this reboot from ever happening.
Boys, I had a baby. Jay, brace yourself. You're about to meet our love child.
I think I'm gonna need to see a blood test.
No, Jay. This is my daughter, Millennium Falcon.
Can you take us to Hollywood with you?
Fuck no, man! It's a tough-ass neighborhood.
Either you take us to Hollywood, or I stab you both to death on my own front fucking lawn!
And on that note, we cue the music.
Fuck!
I'm glad you guys are smoking back there. I was driving someone about a week ago, and he took a big shit. You have no idea how hard it is to get the smell out of pleather.
Yo, methods.
Let's do this.
Aloha! This is Trinidad the Island Man, your Island Man, coming to you live once again from beautiful Corona-stricken Hawaii, bringing you, yes you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, and despite the Corona, despite the lockdown for quarantine, I am still out here bringing you, yes you, the best movie reviews possible here on the island of Oahu. And let me just say that has gotten a little bit more difficult as the movie theaters have closed, as you know. Even restaurants are to be closing this weekend, you know, for only takeout and carry out deliveries, but grocery stores should remain open for the foreseeable future. Unfortunately, the beaches are closed, but as you know, the mayor has admitted, they can't police them all, so, you know, do whatever you want, I guess. But do it at a distance. So, but yes, I'm still bringing you movie reviews. And last night, finally, on streaming, I went ahead and I saw a movie that I had wanted to see since it came out a couple of months ago called JAY and Silent Bob Reboot. Now, this stars Kevin Smith and Jason Myews of Clerks fame, of Clerks 2 fame, of, you know, all Kevin Smith movies essentially, as they've intermittently sprinkled, you know, Kevin Smith, who directed all those films, also went ahead and sprinkled in his own character, Silent Bob, and his friend Jason Myews as kind of an offshoot side character. As cult status grew with these guys and his movies, these two have become characters instead of characters in their own rights, and have even sported their own films. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. They had a significant part in Mallrats, as Kevin Smith had wanted in the past, about, you know, up to 6 to 10 years ago. He had wanted to do maybe another Clerks movie, Clerks 3, but he couldn't get that together with the other people involved. They didn't seem to want to come back for it. So he said, okay, well, I'll try Mallrats. We'll do another Mallrats movie, Mallrats 2, as he had several ideas. However, he doesn't own, I guess he doesn't own that property all the way. Somebody that he had partnered with, he didn't say who, said they were refusing to do it. And so he could not do Mallrats Part 2 again. And, you know, at first he was thinking of a movie, then he was thinking of a series on Netflix or Amazon for Mallrats 2, but no. So that was nixed. Then Kevin Smith has his heart attack, fortunately survives, changes his entire lifestyle, becomes vegan, cuts out all meat, all dairy, and drops a lot of weight, and gets kind of renewed for life. and looks back at the mistakes of his life, his former films, Tusk, maybe Yoga Hosers. Now, I saw Yoga Hosers. I did not see Tusk in the theater on the what's that specialty movie you can go see, the Facet or something, but it was okay, but you really had to be a hardcore Kevin Smith fan to see that movie. It wasn't all that, let me just say that. But it did have some laughs. But fortunately, he had seen that, and he says, okay, let me go back to my strengths. Let me do another Kevin Smith movie with Jay and Silent Bob, with Jason Myews, Kevin Smith starring as Jason Myews, Jay, and Silent Bob, Kevin Smith. And a sequel to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, which was a fantastically funny movie. A studio movie, a small studio movie. But however, this time around, for Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, basically it is the continuation of Strikes Back. It is very much the same story as Strikes Back, but rebooted for a new, younger audience. And there's a skit on that even in the movie itself. Now, like I said, this came out about 6 months ago, and basically he used his own money. He got no studio backing for this movie. He used his own money very much like he did for the very first Clerks film. Filmed it, shot it, and went out and promoted this film himself, going on tour on the road before the coronavirus took place. All last summer through Christmas, he was running around the country, showing his film, doing live talks afterward with Jason Myews, with some of the other cast members, etc. But basically, straight to the fans for his movie. And he said he profited, himself personally, $6 million at least just doing it this way, and that this is the most he's ever gotten personally for a movie. So, thanks to the fans, his fans, Kevin Smith fans, they have truly supported him in this endeavor, and he cut out the studio completely on it. So he didn't have to do any cuts to his creative genius, any of his raunchy comedy that's in it, which all work out wonderfully for this film, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. And let me just tell you, he goes to the mattresses for this movie. He has Ben Affleck cameo in it. He has Matt Damon cameo in it. Chong of Cheech and Chong cameo in it. Val Kilmer cameos in it. Melissa Benoist Supergirl cameos in it, along with many, many, many more. Dante from Clerks. Even his own friends that did the series Comic Book Man on AMC before it was canceled are in it. Whoever, if you were a friend and you knew Kevin Smith, you were going to be in his movie, essentially. I don't know if you got any money, but you got to be in the movie. And amazing enough, it's a wonderful, funny film. I will advise that you go ahead and definitely watch on Netflix, on Amazon, wherever you can find it, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, as this is the rebooted version of that in Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. But remember our rating scale, shock a thumbs up all the way for Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. This is a wonderful film. It is currently on Yahoo, for rent, Yahoo, on YouTube for rent. I think it's like $5 to rent it. Vudu, $5. Amazon has it for $9 for a rental. But this is still a pretty new current release. If you like raunchy comedies, if you have seen and enjoyed Clerks or Mallrats, or even Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Dogma even, then you will definitely enjoy Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. And, you know, if you're at home, you've seen everything on Netflix, on Amazon Prime, you might as well go ahead and spend the $5. You're not going out to the movie theater to see any movies because you can't. So just go ahead and rent this movie. And you'll get like a lot of laughs and a lot of pop culture references that Kevin Smith does so well. But again, I would advise, if you can, see Strike Back before this one, and that will help you out immeasurably. Plus, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back was a fantastically funny movie as well, and this one is no different in many, many ways, and the cameos will put a smile on your face. All right, thank you so much. This is Trinidad the Island Man, your Island Man, giving Jay and Silent Bob Reboot a strong shock and thumbs up. Go ahead and see it at home in the convenience and the privacy of your own home so that you can smooch to the nooch if you want. All right, thank you so much. This is Trinidad the Island Man, your Island Man, here live on Quarantined Oahu, giving you, yes you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. All right, mahalo so much, stay safe, and aloha.